All right, everyone. Here we are, episode 14 of my Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead playthrough. I'm Silent Bracken, and let's get into this. So, what I said last episode, I believe, at the end of last episode, is that we were going to go over here and loot this traffic stop or whatever that was over here. I do have to stuff to squish all these bodies here and mechanical mastery. That's cool. That's brainless zombies. Okay, I'm not worried about the brainless zombies. So, I looted all those corpses next to the fence next on around the craft shop. And this is pretty much everything that I got out of those bodies that was actually like noteworthy. Um, this is fantastic because I actually have a Glock, so we can switch to using the Glock instead of the service handgun when we get back to base, and we'll actually have a bunch of magazines and ammunition for it now. I got a radiation badge as well, which I normally just open these up and put them on, but I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. I don't think radiation is going to be an issue. Like I know pretty much all the spots that have radiation, and like I can tell when a place has radiation generally, except for science labs. There are like science labs that'll randomly have radiation or not have radiation, so that's when you really have to worry. Ow. Ah, bunch of enemies here now. Nothing up here on this roof of interest. There are gas pumps down here. If we have any, I don't think we have any large drums really, unfortunately. Because you can't mix the JB8 like military fuel and this is the furniture store. You can't mix the JB8 like military fuel with normal diesel, unfortunately. So we are gonna have to like run it dry or run it as dry as we can get it and then siphon the rest out before we can put more fuel in it. Uh, it's unfortunate, but it's how it is. Yeah, they lost us. They don't know where we're at. Yeah, let's get some of these bastards up here. Ow. Alright, that hurt quite a bit. Let's keep this chewing gum real quick. Why not? Yeah, they messed us up pretty badly there. That sucks. Oh well. Not that big of a deal. We're fine. We only have a couple more zombies to take care of anyway. I don't know how many aspirin I've taken, but you'd have to be careful because your character can die from taking too many like painkillers. Like your character can OD on stuff in this. So you gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. All right, that's good enough. There's a cafe. This the diner. Okay. Unbelievable that they caught me there. Fucking unbelievable. We're not doing good. Um, yeah, it's a bunch of stuff on these buys I could have taken, but decided not to because it just isn't worth it. Oh, XD-M pistol. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Interesting. Another zombie medic. That's kind of good. Hmm. I don't know if you can actually use the nail gun as a tool or if it's just like a weird weapon. I'm not sure. Our spear is not doing too great right now. Once it gets damaged a little bit, starts to get more and more damaged, like faster. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to attract a bunch more zombies over here. Continue clearing them out. That sucks. I was really hoping. I was really hoping we'd have them all taken care of by now. Okay, let's check around our inventory here. This is good to have. First responders health. The first responder handbook. This is really good to have. This is our next thing after the big book of first aid. So I should really unload every magazine I'm not currently using just to have the raw ammo sitting out instead. That's probably a good idea. So that's something I'll probably end up doing eventually. Because we haven't searched this trunk yet. The feral humans are a problem. The normal zombies aren't that big of a deal, but the feral humans suck. I feel like I've said that several times now, but it's important. Surprised that trunk space isn't quite full yet. Yeah, anyway. Um, Cleaning and maintaining your guns is good for your mechanic skill. So I think I'll probably do this off camera or something, or maybe we could do it during a live stream. I'm not sure. I am planning on live streaming soon. I put out a post on the channel, um, uh, mentioning that. I don't think anyone really saw it, but is what it is. We'll be doing that in a few days, probably. Few days, something like that. I'll have to figure it out. I mean, I don't really have anything to do, I don't think, anytime soon, at least. Um, and I've tried to find the setting that, like, in OBS that gets rid of the mouse cursor, but I couldn't find it for some reason. I have no idea where it went, but I couldn't find it. The plates in our ballistic vest are compromised as well, but that's fine. We're just gonna leave them how they are. They're just gonna get destroyed by some feral humans throwing rocks at us again if we don't. So, if we replace them, so it's not worth it. It's not worth replacing them unless we know, like, we're gonna be like fighting people with guns or something. All right, I got this. Got the feral human. Because that zombie medic. I do want to get the cargo spaces out of this cargo van here at some point. The pain distracts you. Stop getting distracted. Oh, nice. Garbage junk food in there. I'll grab that canteen as well. Unload the headlamp. Go back to our vehicle and drop our stuff off and pull it a little closer. And also, let's drop this stay pack in here. Hopefully we don't forget it like we did our hiking bag. This is probably close enough. All right. That was annoying, but we took care of it. Come on, man. Ugh. All right, so change of plans. All right, so change of plans. We're gonna go back to base because our character's hurt, and I would like to dissect some of these bodies I've gathered. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we're back at base, and I unloaded the vehicles. I have all the bodies we're gonna dissect on the table here. So I think it's about time we get started. Actually, apparently I forgot to drop these handful of things into those in my inventory, but that's fine. All right, now we can start. You can get parasites, I think, by dissecting stuff, so you kind of gotta be careful. The chitin of this one is light and brittle, like an empty eggshell. Small bundles of fiber break loose as you work, splitting open to reveal twisted, half-formed copies of the creature itself. Cool. It is dark now. All our character has to say about this is that its tissue has significant trouble separating from the bone in some spots. Candle, this one will work. Let's eat and drink some stuff. Yeah, let's eat a bunch of that butter. There's no way we're ever going to use all of that. All right. And we're going to dissect the wasp queen. And we're actually going to butcher that other wasp guard because I'm thinking I want to get some like chitin from it because we might do some crafting with chitin stuff. The chitin of this one is light and brittle, like an empty eggshell. Some of the now familiar venom glands also contain dozens of shiny white eggs, disturbed by their deadly surroundings. Interesting. All right. That's all the bodies dissected. Let's see here. So this butchery refuse and the different mutant like meat stuff is just gonna that's just garbage. We're just gonna burn all that. We have no use for that. We also have to repair our spear. Our spear is very heavily damaged, so really gotta take care of that. No, our spear. It's being obliterated. No, no, oh man. Dude, are you kidding me? Come on, man. Used almost all of our duct tape and somehow destroyed the spear. What an idiot, man. What an idiot. Alright, well, let's find our Glock, I guess. This one. Alright, that should be good. Get our pipe cleaner and hold on here. Is it like... Oh, it's like missing pieces, I think. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll grab the other one. Huh? Why don't these 15 round ones fit in there? That doesn't make any sense. Do I have to like change some kind of ammo typing with it? I hope not. That's kind of annoying. So we're not really in a better situation than we were before, but I mean we kind of are, but like not really. Hmm. We're gonna clean and lubricate the gun. Fantastic. All right, we got like half an hour before our character has to go to sleep, pretty much. All right, this book is really good. It's a mechanical mastery book. We're gonna read that, and then we'll read the electronic skill book. All right. Infect and bandage up all of our wounds. Well, actually, these ones are disinfected. Man, I wish it would just actually refill the bottle instead of me having to do it every single time, like separately, like that. Like that's so annoying. Maybe there's something. Maybe there is some way to do that, and I'm just like, I just don't know right now. But I don't know. I feel like there's probably no way to do it, to be honest. Or MP3 player, play music, and we'll read once. All right, now we'll extinguish the candle. Turn off the MP3 player. All right, so here we are. It's the next morning, and our character is fully healed. And hold on a second. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a new spear or some other kind of weapon, because obviously we broke ours while trying to repair it. Super unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. Let me check here. Uh, we have a simple knife spear and a stone spear. Honestly, we could just use one of these as a placeholder for now. Just use one of these until it breaks or something. Spike on a stick. Like we could use one of those until it breaks, but I'm not really specifically very interested in that. It's good for our skills anyway to make these weapons. So we're gonna make a new spear shaft. It's gonna take us like half the day, unfortunately, for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what goes into making a spear shaft, but I feel like half a day is too long. They seem like the kind of thing that would take a lot of effort but wouldn't take very long, or they would take very little effort but would take a super long time. Like they're the kind of thing where like I feel like you would make a ton of them all at once because a lot of the time making them is just leaving them to sit and like absorbs like oil or something into them or something. I don't know though. All right, we got our spear shaft. Fantastic. Now let's take a look here at our piercing weapons. Actually, we could make a bronze spear. How long would that take? 5.5 hours about? Hmm. This might be worth it. Um, it's either this or we make another one of those crude steel spears. This does do more damage and it's more durable, I think. So this is probably worth it. Um, it only takes 5 more hours to make than the um than the crude steel spear, and I think it's probably a significantly better weapon, like honestly. Hopefully eating these raw eggs doesn't hurt us. Yeah, our character's gonna be tired, and it's gonna get pretty late by the time we're done with this, so it's fine. We can spend the rest of the night reading and then go to sleep, and then when we wake up tomorrow, we can go back to the city and hopefully finish what we started. Unfortunately, our character is not like very cooperative with us in the focus department, you see. I don't think we have to use the soldering iron to deconstruct these cell phones, so we're gonna deconstruct these. Right. Yes. Also, I did get another solar panel array that we can attach to that vehicle up there, so I'm gonna do that in a minute as well. Nice. Got a bunch of these light high capacity batteries out of that. 9 of them are full. That's really good. Fantastic. And I am gonna have to expand um our loot zone for vehicle parts as well. That might be the first thing I build warehouse shelves for. Oh, we need a mechanics of 4. Okay, well I'll just leave the solar panel array on the ground there then. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna grab a different handle. And I forgot to actually grab our spear, so uh, I'm fine, sorry. Favorite that, pick it up, put it in the spear strap. So this is significantly better than anything else we've had before, like prior to this point. This is a lot better of an actual weapon here. It's really good that we have that. We won't be able to make like an actual steel spear until we get like an actual anvil of some kind. Um, but it'll be fine. Like honestly, like we don't really need that anyway. I think a steel spear is pretty much equivalent to this anyway. Maybe like a slightly better, but like it's like barely any better. It's like barely better. Like maybe it's like a little bit more durable and does like a few extra points of damage or something, but it's kind of not relevant at this point, I think. Um, Eventually we're gonna move on from spears once I can craft like the lustrine hammer and stuff. Because the lustrine hammer is just fantastic. It's a lot smaller than a spear, but it still has like the same reach distance, and it does way more damage. And it does have like 160 something move cost, I think, compared to like the spear's 110, 111 ish. But it does way more damage, and it does like a nice mix of bashing and piercing damage. So that's what we're going to use when we get the chance to. Way more useful against guys with armor, I think. We're just going to leave the compromised plates in there for now as well. I said that earlier when we were in the city still, but I'm going to say it again. Character's a bit worn out. Fine. 3 up to 4. Hopefully we can get that done tonight before our character has to fall asleep. And then we can connect a solar panel to that vehicle. I might need an electronics control panel as well, actually. I don't know yet. Amateur mechanic. Righty tighty, lefty goosey. Gain a mechanic skill of 4. Fantastic. So now that we have a mechanic skill of 4, we can actually do a lot more with vehicles. Man, I have so much stuff I need to read. Might decide to do that off camera, just sit down and spend a handful of in-game days just having my character read through some like important books. It'd be nice to get that black gunpowder recipe from this one actually, so that's something we should look forward into, because I'm not sure what you can do with gunpowder because I've never really used gunpowder before. But I am excited for it. I'm quite excited for it. All right, where's our electronics book? There it is. What's a transistor? I forgot what it was called specifically. So I was like looking for something with electric in the name. Just eat a stomach full of butter. That sounds disgusting. That sounds horrible. Our cholesterol will not appreciate that. All right, we can extinguish this and turn this off. And we can have our character go to sleep. All right, so now we can actually install this solar panel. Hold on. I have to deconstruct the solar panel array into actual solar panels first. Forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. So install these 2 solar panels on here. Install 2 solar panels. Go there for now. And our vehicle parts. Edit position. I have it be all 3 of those. And that's fine how it is for now. All right, let's get... Actually, I think I want to craft those into eggplant seeds if I can. That's why I've been hanging on to some of this stuff. I think I want to craft a lot of this into seeds. Stay 80 in spring. I don't know how long it takes plants to grow. But I think we can plant some stuff now, and it should be done like by the end of summer. I don't know. We'll make a variety of seeds, and we'll just plant a bunch of stuff as like a test. And then next spring, if we're alive still and continuing on with the series at least when we get to that point, um, then we can, I suppose, like actually plan out how we're gonna make like a bunch of specific seeds and plant like whole like a nice like small field of some kind of crop. Um, these bushes are pointless to plant. I think the decorative plants are kind of pointless as well. Um, I don't want to plant all of our seeds. That sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, here, drink some water. Take 2 multivitamins. All right. Where is our hoe? Wield the hoe. So where should we plant it at? I think we should do it right here. Um, there's got to be an easier way to do this. Hold on. Is there a farming plot I can designate stuff as? I can designate a mining area or a mopping area. Vehicle repair, patrol, and deconstruct zones. I can designate a fishing spot, trees to chop down, blueprints, base camp storage area, and food area. Farm. I have to specify which specific seed. I see. Eggplants? 9. Well, that's probably fine. All right, so let's sort everything out. I'm not sure how that plot works. It might only work for NPCs that are part of our base camp. So I think I'm still gonna have to do all this like manually. Right? You think about jumping on a shovel but then change your mind. What? I can't turn this ground. Why not? Well, that worked. That worked. Yeah, I'm gonna edit most of this ground hoeing out, and I'll be back when I'm done. Hello everyone. I'm actually going to end this episode here. Due to the fact that I had recorded probably 3.5 hours of footage, or more than that, maybe. And I've been trying to keep these videos less than an hour. I'm going to actually have to split this, everything I recorded this session into 2 videos, I suppose. So, I'm Silent Bracken. This was episode 14 of our playthrough of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Man, I keep messing that up. Maybe someday I'll actually get it right. And hit the like and subscribe button and turn the bell notification icon thingy on if you want to be notified of future uploads. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.